The man had only discovered a hidden cave, yet inside, he found a treasure so vast it would last him several lifetimes. He could hardly believe it as he scooped up a handful of gold coins, letting them cascade through his fingers. The crisp, melodic clink of metal was like a heavenly chorus, and his lips curled into a wild, uncontrollable grin. But after this brief euphoria, tears suddenly streamed down his face, because this immense treasure also meant he now had the means to take revenge on his enemies. 14 years ago, Edmund had been abruptly taken from his own engagement ceremony by a group of police officers. Without any trial, he was charged with a false and absurd crime and imprisoned in the Chateau d'If, where he endured 14 years of dark, humiliating captivity. To investigate the truth behind his wrongful imprisonment, Edmund, now transformed into the Count of Monte Cristo, sent a letter to Jacopo. In it, he informed Jacopo that he had purchased 2 large ships and 3 properties for him, but in exchange, he requested that Jacopo travel to Marseille to meet him by the end of the month, and reminded him to dress as a true gentleman. Seeing the thick stack of cash Edmund had prepared for the Marseille trip, Jacopo's grin stretched ear to ear. He quickly dressed in his finest attire and rushed to Marseille to meet the transformed Count of Monte Cristo. As soon as they sat down, Jacopo curiously asked Edmund where all the money had come from. Edmund simply replied that he had inherited a considerable fortune. Then his tone turned serious. He solemnly recounted his tragic 14-year imprisonment and the mysterious claim that he had died during his first year in prison. Because Edmund's identity was sensitive and he could not appear publicly, he needed Jacopo's help to uncover the truth. Jacopo, being a loyal and trustworthy man, immediately went to the police station to investigate. But he discovered that the prosecutor who had sent Edmund to prison, Villefort, had been promoted and was no longer working there. Moreover, illiterate Jacopo couldn't read the documents in the archives, leaving Edmund no choice but to take matters into his own hands. After arriving at the archives, he pretended to be a reporter from the Paris Gazette, wanting to access the records of a political prisoner named Edmond Dantes. However, the elderly clerk in charge immediately knew who he was talking about and refused him outright, citing the prisoner archive. Upon hearing this, Edmund did not argue, but casually let slip a sentence as if by accident.